Maurice White asks, what made him a great band leader? What was it? Well, of course, he was a big influence on Prince too, and much of what I said about Prince applies to Maurice White. He was definitely about sound, vision, creativity, getting the most of his musicians when he was creating Earth, Wind, and Fire, and what his concept was. Of course, the Egyptian pyramids and the studies and everything he did. Obviously, when he was playing with the kalimba, and percussive instruments. Now, he wasn't a multi instrumentalist like Prince was, but he had a tone to understand how he wanted the group, the band, and harmonies to sound. Because him and Philip Bailey did all the vocals, which is amazing. Once after Jessica Cleaves left from Keep Your Head to the Sky, if we get past the '73 era, did all the vocals, and then the way he was about the horn charts and the arrangements was very distinctive. Um, the way he heard the arrangements, the way he came up with the rhythms, the things that he was looking for. He had a very distinctive demeanor and way he wanted to be crafted. Now, when you translate it to the stage, he gave solo parts, which I was very distinctively aware of because they would do percussion breaks, and then he would give the guitar player something. So Ralph Johnson or I can't think of Roland Batiste would do some guitar parts. Verdine White would have his solos on bass when he was not hanging there and doing things. And of course, Larry Dunn, the original ones, was getting down on the keys, hitting that band board up, and you was definitely like, yeah, you know. And then, sometimes he would uh he would have different uh like Andrew Woolfolk would have his moments. So, just thinking about that over time, when he would ease the musicianship, when he would, Al McKay, who was the original Fire with the on the guitar and the rhythm, and him and Verdine was switching off on guitar and bass while they was doing battles, and you felt the groove, the spark was there. So he had different parts, and he would give different people different factors to shine, and that's one of the things that remember late Don Myrick would do his part. You would hear parts, and he was very much into the theatrical with Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's one of the things about it. How he would, like when you're looking at parts and segments, and of course with the aerial and everything, but he was very hands-on. Now it wasn't later, and I think it was like pretty much before he, stopped touring when they started bringing the dancers and everything. But he had a pretty simple routine. They were when they were adding steps and grooves and everything, but he kept pretty much things in check. But you always knew